Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. 10 minutes. We'll get you on the phones for Clash with Kenzie, which she's out sick today, so it'll be against me. You go against me. I know I have above 500 record. I'll have to calculate and see how awesome above 500 I am.
I don't think it's that above 500.
I was undefeated for a while there.
I know, but you've been slipping.
We'll see what happens next. But first, did I buy a snowmobile?
The Q101 Morning Crew. Sports.
Let's hold off on that for just 30 seconds here while I tell you that the Bulls lost to the pretty bad Pelicans last night, 119-113. I love this quote from the Sun-Times. The Bulls front office hasn't said anything about its plan at the trade deadline February 6th. It's coming up pretty fast. But losses such as the one Tuesday to the 9-win Pelicans should be all the information it needs.
Yeesh.
Trade the team.
Now, here's the problem, is that if the season were to end today, the Bulls would still have a chance at making the playoffs. Even though they're below 500, the NBA, with their play-in tournament, they take the top 10 teams from each conference, and the Bulls are 10th in the Eastern Conference right now. So it's hard to say blow it up because technically they could still make the finals.
This is called being in purgatory. Where you have a team.
Do tell.
Well, you have a team and you have players that I think people like Zach LaVine. There's a lot of jerseys. I see a lot of Zach LaVine jerseys. We have an autographed Zach LaVine jersey here in the office, given to our great friend UC Eric gave that to us. So I think a lot of people like him. The problem is we're never going to win anything with him. We're never going to do that, and they've tried to trade him already. He's got $150 million left on his contract. So a trade situation, they keep saying the Lakers will take him. I'll throw him trade him the Lakers. They take everybody. Well, they don't take Zach LaVine. He's averaging 24 points, about 5 boards, about 5 assists. And, he's a fine player. He's a fine player. But we're never going to win anything with him and the squad that we have. And the attendance is great at the Madhouse. That's also an issue. If you trade everybody out, will they still come if they don't know any of the players? However, that's what's necessary to rebuild the squad. Get rid of these big contracts and start over. That's my message.
All right, we'll see how that goes.
It's not going to happen.
No, it's not.
It's not. They're going to write out the contract, $150 million to not win an NBA title for the next 3 years. On top of, I think that contract was $230, somewhere in that range, that Supermax contract in the beginning of it. So there's still 3 years left on that deal. They're not going to win anything. They might win. Listen, I love going to Bulls games. Don't get me wrong. It's probably actually the most enjoyable experience in Chicago. I mean, I love going to my Cubs, and Bears games have been very tough. White Sox, well, we know what they are.
Well, what are they, Brian?
They are what we thought they were. Let them off the hook.
If you want to crown them, crown them.
Yeah, that's right. And also going to I almost had a Flyers game. My wife going to Philadelphia is on my mind right now. Going to a Blackhawks game are also super fun. Also in a spot where they're not going to win anything anytime soon.
No. I mean, my Christmas present for my girlfriend this year was Bulls tickets. I love going to Bulls games. I would like to see them win when I'm there once.
Nice to see a win.
Yeah.
Nice to see a win. Speaking of my wife in Philadelphia, this was on my mind for the last 24 hours. If you were here yesterday listening at this time, my wife is from Philadelphia. So all of a sudden she drops on me, I can actually go to the Eagles-Rams game this weekend with some friends that we have there getting some tickets. I just need to get a flight, and the flights are expensive, but we've built up some credit card points to buy a flight for free. That led to Kenzie bringing up that, my brother bought a snowmobile on a credit card, ended up in debt, had to move back home. Gave me the idea. I forgot about the brother part. I just said maybe I should buy a snowmobile last minute with all of our points so Megan can't get a flight to Philly and I can keep her home this weekend.
And a lot of people were really receptive to the idea of you buying a snowmobile. 847 on the text line says, I 100% support the snowmobile. Unmatched smiles per gallon, and it'll last longer than those playoff tickets.
It's an amazing answer to what a snowmobile is in most people's lives. I've never owned one. I've ridden them. They're fun. And I'd love to ride in here every day on a snowmobile down Lakeshore Drive with my snowmobile suit on and my goggles. Get some Oakley goggles. It'd be sweet.
And you'd have all D Coyote on the back of it.
Oh, I'd grow a mullet. It'd be amazing. It'd flow on the snowmobile. Yeah. So, did I buy a snowmobile to block Megan from buying that flight to Philadelphia? Well, unfortunately, my wife has the Q101 app on her phone. She was listening in real time. Now, you can listen to the podcast on that Q101 app, but she was listening in real time and immediately bought the plane ticket by the time we got to Clash with Kenzie only a few minutes later. So, she is going to Philadelphia, and she will be, and I'm happy for her. I'm really ecstatic that she's going to the game. Because the fun thing is, see, I'm not going. She couldn't get another ticket. She's going with our friends there. And, well, why don't you stay home with the baby and watch the baby? That way, otherwise we can't figure this out. Who can watch the kid? We have no one to watch the kid. So I stay home, watch the kid. I will watch the game with Harper on Sunday at 2 o'clock, Rams-Eagles, this Sunday at home while she's there with all of our friends there that I've made when I moved there for a little bit when I was exiled from Chicago radio. That's how I met my wife there in Philadelphia, and then I stole her and brought her back here to Chicago, where she should be, by the way. She's going to the game, and I have no points to buy a snowmobile, so I don't have a snowmobile either. It'd be better if she was going and I had a snowmobile.
Well, yeah, that'd be a perfect world.
That would be really fun.
Happy wife, happy Brian. Brian would have the snowmobile.
Right. I'd invite listeners. I'd take listeners on rides if I had a snowmobile this weekend.
Can you imagine taking the snowmobile through the Aragon for Twisted Christmas?
Oh.
My God.
Well, that red line stop isn't done yet. I would pick people up at the Wilson stop.
That's right.
And go back and forth and drop them off at the Aragon. I would do that. I would do that for everybody, but I can't do it. It's gone. It didn't happen.
Oh, that's such a shame because I could see you with the GoPro on your helmet and I could see you making music videos to yourself on the snowmobile. What song comes to mind when you think about you on a snowmobile?
Absolutely. Let's Get a Party Going from Andrew WK.
Naturally. Natural. Stupid question. My bad.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.
And Jenny in Piatone just texted in, very disappointed I didn't get the snowmobile. She said, quote, I wanted a ride. Well, look at that. I got girls wanting to ride me. Oh, no, not ride me. Ride on the snowmobile with me like Jenny in Piatone. God, a snowmobile would have been pretty cool. Oh, well.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101. You can't defeat her. She's too powerful.
Clash with Kenzie.
Let the battle begin. Q 101.
Let's go. And with Kenzie out sick today, you compete against me. It's a brawl with Brian. Brawl with badass Brian with a snowmobile has come to the text line as well.
That's awfully wordy. Brawl with badass Brian with the snowmobile is a long name for a trivia game.
It's just brainstorming. We'll work on it. We'll get it down.
Okay.
So Richie is competing against me today. Richie, thanks for checking in today. Ahoy. Tell us something about yourself.
What's up, Brian? Thanks for having me on the show, man. I've been listening forever, so appreciate it.
Appreciate you. Appreciate you.
I'm on my way to work. I work on Chicago Med, and yeah.
Wait, you work on the show?
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite shows.
That's cool, man. Yeah, we've been working really hard on the crossover that's going to come out. I think at the end of this month at some point. So hopefully you guys will be super happy.
So that'll be what he's saying, Case, because Case doesn't know it as much as I do. There'll be a crossover episode with Chicago PD or Chicago Fire, all 3 episodes, which they were filming Chicago Fire, by the way, in front of Q101 last Friday.
Yes. Yeah, they've been filming all over the place. They've been doing a lot.
You know what's amazing to me is it's just me and Case in here today, and we have Josie helping out behind the scenes. Mm-hmm. But a TV show, there was 19 semi-trucks around NBC Tower for one scene to film of the car that was turned over. It's incredible the amount of people it takes to properly make an incredible scene for a TV show.
Yeah, and I can tell you right now, every single one of those people is working real hard all day. It's wild how much hard work goes into that stuff.
I believe it. I sat there and watched for about 2 hours.
You had a job to do. You neglected your duties.
Yeah, I'll tell you one more thing, Richie, before we get started, because I have to ask you, because this is my Chicago people, the shows. What happened to Crockett this season? He left, and I don't think they explained properly what happened to him.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it was something in the office. Who knows? You know, they do that kind of stuff on TV shows all the time.
Oh, boy.
It sounds like he knows.
He knows. He's holding the information from me.
Richie knows where the bodies are buried.
Follow the money.
Ask questions. He's in it for the money, not the science.
Jonas, son of a bitch.
You guys know me too well.
Well, I love the show. That's so cool. You work on Chicago Med. And let's get to the contest here where I'm doing trivia against you. So remember, first 1 to 5 wins. Listen carefully. If I get one wrong, you can steal a point. I can do the same to you. And you know what? No coin flip. I'm just giving it to Rich.
Really?
Yeah, Richie can go first.
Very nice of you, Brian. All right, Richie.
It is an honor to play against Sludge, by the way.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you. Sludge still exists somewhere inside me. He will only come back when needed, kind of like Batman.
Okay, great.
That's it. All right. Richie, your first question. What major American city is nicknamed the Mile High City?
Denver, Colorado.
Oh, boy.
Colorado.
I shouldn't have gave him the first question.
It was a mistake, Brian.
Big mistake, 'cause I don't know what the second one is.
Well, the second one is in a very similar vein. Brian, what U.S. city is nicknamed Beantown?
Beantown is Boston. So it's 1-1. There we go.
All right. Richie, a funbalist is someone who walks on what?
Say that again?
A funbalist is someone who walks on what?
Tightropes?
Tightrope is
Oh,
correct.
damn it. I knew it. Damn you, Richie. When you go up, you guessed. I would have went tight ropes. I knew it. Dang it. All right, 2-1.
2-1 back to Brian. Brian, in the AA program, how many steps are there on the road to recovery?
Ooh, almost been there. Listen, I drink. I love drinking.
Oh, okay. I don't. Why are you explaining yourself?
All of a sudden, I feel like I'm in a meeting. And it's incredible, and I know people's lives it's saved in all seriousnness.
Yeah. So how many steps are there?
There's a step that they have to come to me and apologize to me.
That's your favorite step, isn't
I
it?
love that step. I have a lot of friends, man, that have sadly gone through it because they had to, but it saved their life. Is it 11 steps?
It is not 11
Oh,
steps.
crap.
Richie, you can steal?
10?
No, it's 12.
Oh.
It's the 12-step program.
Oh, it's the 12-step program. It's like, that's a lot of steps, by the way.
It is a lot of steps.
But I guess you get through them all, and it's good. Listen, anybody needs any help, we have resources at Q101.com in any kind of situation you're in, whether it's mental health and drugs and alcohol. But I've seen those programs really help people. So get to it if you're having a problem.
Get to stepping.
Get to stepping.
All right, Richie, it's back to you. You're ahead 2-1. David Bowie, Prince, and George Michael all passed away in what year?
Oh, 2018.
Incorrect.
Incorrect. So I do know this because I believe David Bowie's anniversary was last week. And all of them geniuses, by the way. I don't want to hear any George Michael. I don't want to hear any snark on that from the text line.
I have nothing bad to say about him.
I don't want a genius. It was 9 years ago, which would have been 2016.
That is correct.
Yes. Rest in peace. 3 greats.
3 greats
That's
indeed.
right. The year the Cubs won the World Series. I remember that now.
Yeah. Lost a lot of good ones. Think about the people that didn't see the Cubs win the World Series.
Wow, David Bowie never saw the Cubs win the World Series.
Well, he died, let's see, it was January. I don't know George Michael's.
He died on Christmas Day, so he saw the Cubs win a World Series.
No, he didn't if it was 2016.
Because the World Series was in October. He died in December.
Oh, he did? He just saw it.
Yeah, it was the last memory he had.
So when did Prince die?
Prince died in the spring, so Prince also never saw the Cubs win a World Series.
Prince didn't. Listen, let that stick with you and sit in with you for a little bit. Prince didn't see the Cubs win the World Series. He saw the Twins beat the White Sox a lot.
Right, yeah.
Because he's being from Minneapolis.
He saw Kirby Puckett hit the home run to give the Twins a World Series
Okay,
win.
listen. Besides his musical legacy, he saw a lot of good baseball.
Yes, he did.
He just didn't see the Cubs win the World Series. All right.
All right, 2-2. It's back to Brian. In Greek mythology, what did Medusa have on her head instead of hair?
Okay, it was, Medusa had like an octopus on her head, so it would have been, I guess, arms?
Incorrect.
Oh.
Richie, do you know?
An octopus?
I didn't mean to lead you the wrong way.
It was snakes. She had snakes on her head.
Yeah, but it looked like an octopus.
No, they didn't. They looked like snakes.
It looked like she,
Okay.
It looked like she ordered calamari. They brought the octopus out. They said, no, I wanted it cooked. That's what I thought. Anyway.
All right, 2-2 still.
This is going slow.
We're going to go back to Richie here.
I didn't like your tone on still.
Richie, other than the Rams, who were named yesterday, name one NFL team still in the playoffs.
God.
3, 2, 1.
Nope.
Not
Missed
the
it.
Bears.
Not the Bears. That's right. Well, I'm going to give the team that my wife is going to see this Sunday playing the Rams in Philadelphia. It will be the Philadelphia Eagles. And yes, I do not have a snowmobile. It still sucks in that situation.
That is correct. All right, Brian, you are ahead 3-2, and it is back to you.
Yep.
Larry the Bird. Larry the Bird was the original mascot for what social media platform?
I would have to say, because I used to love this platform, and it's been kind of, Twitter.
It would be Twitter.
Twitter is right, yeah. And because I used to love going on Twitter and seeing my timeline of music and sports. And now I see fights. And I don't mind watching fights, but I don't need to see two schoolgirls fight. That's what's on there all the time now. It's people fighting. I don't like it.
Interesting. That's very interesting, Brian.
I used to love Twitter.
4-2.
Sorry, X.
4-2. It's back to Richie. He needs a point right here.
Okay.
Richie, which states, I need 2 states here, which states do Disneyland and Disney World belong to, respectively?
Florida and California.
That's right.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was, yeah.
Don't overthink it. You nailed it.
There you go.
4-3, Brian for the win.
Okay.
Brian, what happened to Julius Caesar on the Ides of March?
He got stabbed.
He was assassinated.
He was
That is
stabbed.
correct.
Yeah, he got stabbed by, what's his name?
Some bad guy.
Was it Brutus? No, that.
I don't think so.
I don't want to get my point taken away. I'll just shut up.
No. Hit the rap horns. You won, my friend.
Hell yes, let's go. Richie, I'm so sorry you caught the wrath of badass Brian today.
That's all right. I know nothing about football, so I'll start studying up.
Yeah, watch some games this weekend. It'll be fun. It's the playoffs. Watch a few.
Yeah.
Richie, thanks so much. And tell all the people on Chicago Med, especially, well, Crockett's not there anymore. You know what? Tell Steven Weber, Dr. Dean Archer on Chicago Web. Love him.
Absolutely will do.
Thanks, buddy. Good luck at work today.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. Have a great day.
Take care. Chicago Med, and like he was talking about, a crossover episode with all the shows. They're the best. So if you like free stuff, don't worry. I'll open to you in about 20 minutes, 8 o'clock. The Bonnaroo Song Scramble is on the way. We'll get you to 2 4-day passes to Bonnaroo. If you listen at 8 o'clock, you just unscramble the song scramble, and you're going.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.